Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Zui Ai Lang, and today I'm going to talk about comprehensible input. Okay, this is a method to learn a new language. Yeah, so most of us had spent a lot of time, I think, to learn a second language or maybe a third language, right? And what you can see is those methods that we use, like learning grammar, like filling the blanks, doing the exercises, and what else? And a lot of things that we have practiced that we use to learn a language in school are not effective, because after doing so many practices in the school, and you still cannot speak the targeted language that you want, right? This is the same. Same thing happened to me. So in Malaysia, I'm living in Malaysia, and I'm Malaysian. I'm Chinese ethnic of Malaysian. So when we were young, we learn three languages. We learn for Chinese ethnic. Normally we will learn Malay, English, and Chinese. And some people will speak in their mother tongue at home, So it might not be Chinese Mandarin, but we learn Chinese Mandarin in school, right? So if we count like the dialect that you speak as one of the languages, then for a Malaysian Chinese ethnic, we will be very confident to say that we can speak 4 languages at least, right? So this is my experience living in Malaysia for so long, and what it how it helped me to learn languages, right? I think Malaysia is a very good environment for us to learn various languages, a lot of languages, because we are multi-cultural, multi-racial, So, and in here we have Indian who speak Tamil. In here we have Chinese who speak Cantonese, Mandarin, Hokkien, And in here we have Malays who speak the Malay, right? And of course, we were ruled by the UK. The England last time, long time ago. We are, how to say it? We are the colonial. Is that called colonial? We are ruled by them long time ago, but we have achieved independence. So what I mean is we have the influence from England, and we do speak English, especially in the commercial context, right? In the commercial environment. In the office, in the business, in the business environment, we do speak a lot of English, right? So this environment, in Malaysia, it prepares us to learn. It is a very good environment for us to learn a lot of languages, because as I mentioned, it is multiracial, multilingual, multicultural, right? So why I want to talk about this, because this has something to do with what I'm going to talk about today, which is the comprehensible input, right? Okay, good. So maybe I share a little bit about myself learning the 5th language, right? So as I mentioned, I learned Chinese Mandarin, English, Malay, and I know the Cantonese. I know how to speak, and I understand Hokkien. So, but I cannot consider myself speaking Hokkien, because I'm not good in speaking Hokkien. So, what I can say is, before university, I know to speak 4 languages, right? And I entered university in Malaysia, and from there I learned the 5th languages. I learned the 5th language, right? 5th language. So I know 5 languages. The 5th language that I learned in university is German, because I entered UKM, the National University of Malaysia, and this university has a collaboration with a German university, which is Universität Duisburg-Essen, UDE. Right, these 2 universities having a special program. It's called double degree program for engineering students, and luckily I being enrolled, into this program. So the first year I entered UKM, I started learning German. Right, this is not compulsory for a first year student, but I know I want to join this program, so I went to attend a class. This is fun because normally we focus on learning languages when we were in primary school. When we were in secondary school, we will like focus on the subjects we really focus in, like science. For me, I entered the science stream, so throughout the secondary school, I spent most of my time in learning physics, biology, and chemistry. So I spent most of my time in learning languages during my primary school. But when I entered the university, UKM, that was like, I feel like the learning process of, the process of learning a language begin again, and it's like going back to the primary school. The experience is like what I have experienced in primary school, right? When I learned the German, it's like learning the languages in primary school. So it was quite fun, even though I spent like 3 years in Malaysia learning German. The 4th year of my university, I went to Germany. I still cannot speak, I can understand like 20%. I still cannot speak. And the worst is, we attended the engineering class, engineering lectures in Germany. And it was like totally conducted in German language. Alright, because they cannot like give you special treatment. They most of the students in the lecture are Germans, local students, right? So they won't change because of like 1 or 2 of you attending their class. So you have to adapt yourself. But that is the problem. That was the problem, because even though we have received like 3 years of German language education. We have learned 3 years of languages, and we have like completed A1 and A2. That is still not enough for us to understand the English, to understand the engineering course, the engineering lectures in Germany. So what I have experienced in learning the German when I was in first year in university, it's fun. It was really fun. But when I really went to Germany to attend the university, that was a disaster, right? So it was like totally different. You can't understand what people speak on the street, and you can't understand what the lecturers taught in the lectures. That was a bad experience, right? Total kaput. That was like disaster. And this gave me a very bad experience. And I mean, the experience in Germany is good because the design was good, you know, the course, the education being designed is good, you know, but my own personal experience is not good because we can't understand and we have to go through the exams. But luckily, we put a lot of effort on it, me and my friends, okay, put a lot of effort on it, and we translate, right, the whole pages of the lecture notes, like maybe like 20 slides, and it's not just 20 pages or 20 slides, it's all the things in German, right? So we have to translate it, Google Translate. Last time we don't have the ChatGPT, we have to Google Translate it one word by one word, right? And then finally we got a pass. We don't expect we can get A in our the studies, in our studies in Germany. We just expect to get a pass, and luckily we got a pass, right, in Germany. So this was my experience of learning languages, right? I learned four languages when I was small. I learned Cantonese at home. I learned 3 more languages: the English, the Malay, the Mandarin at school, in the school, right? And I learned 1 more extra language, which is German, during my studies in university. So those were my experience, and it is already like 12 minutes, right? So I have to stop here, and next episode I will really talk about the comprehensible input, right? If I were to start again, if I were to pick up a new language again, how will I do it differently? Okay, in the next episode I will tell you how I'm going to do it. Okay, next week will be very interesting, so stay tuned. Okay.